Good morning. Hope you all are doing well. It is Monday, May 18th, and we are going to plan our weeks together. I actually got a jump start last night because I found that as I was going to bed, there were all of these different commitments and meetings and questions popping up in my head. And I said, that is what I have made my Freedom and Flow planner for. So I grabbed it and started brain dumping. So that's where we're going to start today. If you do not have a Freedom and Flow planner, you can go to BriannaLightfootSmith.com/flow. I'll put that in the chat, but I will also put it in the comments after the live is over. And you can grab one of the planners. We have a 4-month option, a 12-month option. We also have digital planners. I'm going to be planning out of my 12-month. This is a hardback version. We don't have the hardbacks on the site just yet, just because of the volume it requires for the pricing to make sense. And I didn't want to charge y'all like $150 per planner, which would have been the cost. So anyway, we are going to get started. If you do not know me, my name is Brianna Lightfoot Smith. I am a child of God, number one, right? And I'm extremely passionate about helping high achieving, high capacity women really reestablish their relationship with rest. I work with women who have burned out because they were doing everything and being everything to everybody. I also work with leaders who can kind of sense burnout coming and they want to prevent it. And so they'll work with me in things like our leadership intensives. I've had the opportunity to speak with different organizations, nonprofit, for profit, with their groups about the importance of rest and why it is not a reward, it's truly a prerequisite. And you can find out more about all the things we offer within my company, Be Light Media, at belightmedia.co. You also can get more information about the planner at BriannaLightfootSmith.com. And we do have information about the planner on belightmedia.co, but it is primarily geared towards organizations that are wanting to get wholesale pricing because they're going to offer this as a part of their company's professional development, or they're going to go on a team retreat and they want to be able to offer those planners or these planners. So as I shared, I've already gotten a jump start for this week. Interestingly enough, even more things have come up since last night. But some things that I'm working on this week are the next season of my podcast. I'm bringing back my podcast. I have an award ceremony for my son, another podcast recording. I'm going to be a guest. I need to purchase inventory for an event that's coming up. Another award ceremony. It's the last week of school, so we got a lot of award ceremonies going on this week. I had a meeting today with a school district that's interested in me coming in to do some PD with them. So I'm really excited about that, especially because it's out of town and it's in one of my favorite cities. So be on the lookout. Hopefully there will be an update from that, but that is today. My parents are traveling, so I need to handle some things with them. There's one thing on my homepage on my website that is getting on my nerves and I need to edit it. Need to do some research on a venue for something that I'm planning and then send out a save the date. There was something else just this morning that I was like, ooh, I need to do that. I need to call my bank. Unfortunately, there is a charge on my account that I do not recognize. So I'm going to do that today. I wish they were open now, but they don't open till 9. Then my church offers Bible classes during the summer, and I think I'm going to look at the schedule. I think I'm going to try and sign up for a summer class because it's free. It's the word. I always want to be growing in the word. So that's it. I say that's it because there are a lot of weeks. Should have brought my water up here. There are a lot of weeks where I have like 4 or 5 things. And I'm like, that's all that needs to get done. But this is a pretty packed week between end of school things, meetings, getting on people's calendars before the school year is up, which reminds me, I need to follow up with some people I reached out to last week. All right. So after we do our brain dump, we're going to go to the list by priority section that is going to be here. I have 3 blocks per day because I love being able to hone your focus in. I think of Erin White, and she is Erin on Demand here online, and she talks about her top 3 method. And I have found that to be very helpful in keeping the main thing, making sure that you're actually doing things that are moving your life and your business forward and not just putting something on your to-do list because it feels fancy or because you feel like you are a boss girl. You know what I mean? Like, be a boss chick, that's fine, but also just focus on 3 things a day, and you really can get so much done. I have seen that just focusing on 3 tasks really can get you a lot farther than you think it would, especially, in my opinion, farther than you would if you had 10 things on your list. Because what typically happens with that is you get overwhelmed. And then when you're overwhelmed, you don't take action. And when you don't take action, then you're not making progress. So I need to do those things. My big 3 for today are the bank child that need to get handled immediately. Bank. Um, I like to send follow-up emails on Tuesdays rather than Mondays, but because we only have a few days of school left, I think I'm gonna send some follow-up emails today, or at least schedule them to go out for tomorrow. Okay. So I'm gonna do my inventory purchase tomorrow. My son's award ceremony. All right, so once you have your items from your brain dump, you're gonna take those and then move to the priority list. And in this bottom section, you're going to have your take time. So these are items you would also see on your calendar. For me, I'm a physical planner girl. Like, I love a physical planner. Would not have made one if I didn't. I will say our digital planner is pretty sweet as well, to the point where I was like, do I need to buy an iPad so I can have this? But even with me being a physical planner girl, obviously I still have access to technology at most times, and like to use it to my advantage. So I will put things here, but I also will make sure I have the take time items on my calendar, either on my desktop or on my phone. And sometimes I will check my phone calendar to make sure that all the things I have there are also reflected here in case I am saying, okay, I'm going to be unplugged for the next hour, but I do want to see what's kind of coming down the pipeline. So now that I have all of that done, we're going to go to our weekly layout where you'll see you have Monday through Sunday. We have a Monday start date intentionally. I like to look at Sunday as the end of my week instead of the beginning of my week. So we're going to put today's date, 5/18 through 5/25. And then I'm going to drop in today's time commitments. Now, I intentionally didn't do a really intense grid on these pages and just had it kind of open-ended so that it feels like a flow and it doesn't feel like you're being forced to anything or you're feeling overwhelmed just by looking at it. So I will put morning commitments just at the top of that block. I'll put afternoon commitments in the middle of the block, and then evening commitments I'll put at the bottom. I just remembered something else. I am just dropping in those items from the take time list, and there's also some other just meetings that I'm dropping in here, things that I have on a recurring basis, my kids' extracurriculars, my own extracurriculars. I need to get my Thursday. Kids also get out of school early this week, so I'll put that. I can't even say I can't believe school's over. I can. I can absolutely believe it. Okay. Wonderful. All right. I'm gonna grab my phone, make sure there's nothing else I'm missing. Good. All right. Looks like we are good to go. It's weird. I don't know why that showed up as this weekend. That's not this weekend. All right, that's it, y'all. So it's only been 15 minutes, and I have everything that I need. Now, I will say it was a little bit faster today because I already had the I had already gotten a start on my brain dump, but you really can plan your week in about 20 minutes. And that is the entire design of this planner. One of my friends, Adrienne, bought the planner and she said 1 week recently she was starting off like starting to feel panicked and anxious, and all she did was sit down in front of her planner. She went through her BLT method. She dropped in the commitments that needed to be in there. And she said she felt like she went from a place of chaos to a place of calm. And that is exactly what this planner is designed to help you do. Because the truth of the matter is, seasons fluctuate, right? As I shared, I can look at the beginning of this year and look at weeks, if not months, where there were 3 or 4 commitments on the calendar, and stuff is starting to pick up as we're moving into summer, not just professionally, but obviously with my children, and then not just with my children, but also professionally. Things are picking up, which is a blessing. These are the things that I have prayed for. So the fact that this system is really designed, whether you are in a light season or a season that feels a little heavier, it's very intentional. And it's my hope that you are able to experience that for yourself. So make sure you check out the planner at briannalightfootsmith.com/flow. If you have any questions, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm very active over there. You can shoot me a DM. And until next time, I'll see you in our next planning session. Bye, y'all.